Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design with a kind of condensed video today. I already started this once and I got interrupted, and to be honest, I didn't do anything that interesting anyway. So I'm picking it up here. These are Inchies. You've seen me make those before. They're 1" by 1" squares. I mainly was making these, which are mini Moo Cards. Everyone's probably going, I've never heard of that. I saw it on Flickr. I did several years ago. I did search for it on YouTube and I didn't come up with anything. They're 1¼ inches by 2¾ inches. The idea is they're half a business size or business card size, or half of that. And it's just altered, altered art. I do collage, but you can do whatever you want. I do those occasionally. I have done them before. Just because the size is a little different. It's just, kind of fun to mix things up. And the only reason I'm doing Inchies is because I had cutoffs from these. So I thought, well, I'm not going to let that go to waste. I'll make Inchies too. They're all file folder. These are some postage stamps, a couple charity stamps, or one charity stamp. And the rest is scrapbook paper images. So I put all the background paper down already. My next step is the ones that have the text and a couple others. I was going to paint a little on the background. And normally I would use craft paint, but that's in my cold basement and I'm upstairs and my watercolor paints are right here, so I'm using that instead. If it doesn't work, I'll have to go down in the basement, but I'll give it a go. So this is these mushrooms here, just to make it a little more interesting. And I'm just doing this project because, well, one, I haven't made these in quite a long time. Yeah, I think this will work okay. But I am tired and sore from shoveling yesterday. So I didn't feel like making a really big, involved project today. And I know I'm not the only person in the US that's been shoveling lately, but I've got this little snippet of paper down here. I just came across that while I was looking for other paper, and I thought it matched nicely. Okay. And I have to keep these with it, or I'm going to forget what goes with what. It's a Japanese stamp. Some orangey color to go with those. And what do you do with these Moo cards? Well, previously I just put them in a box, but you could, make them into little mini journaling cards for journals. I think that'd be kind of fun. You could make it, a little tuck, sew on two sides in a journal. Anything else you do with an ATC, really. Happy mail, send it to a friend, display it, put it in your journal. It's a little too orangey. Let's see if we added a little, this is kind of it's not really red, it's a little more of a darker pink color. Yeah, actually I like that a lot better. Okay, you stay with that. This one, this was the charity stamp. I didn't cut that straightly. Just a minute. That's off. You think you're cutting something so nice and neat and perfect. I'm like, ugh, how'd I do that? Although I think it's my scissors too. Couldn't possibly be me, right? Okay. Well, I would say like a green. And considering all the snow and cold and winter and all that we have, in less than a week, They're predicting 40-degree temperatures, so Fahrenheit. So we'll see. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what they're saying. And actually, it was before the snow even hit. A friend of mine, at least a week and a half ago, saw a robin nearby my area there. So there's hope. All right, I think that's good enough for that one. This one. Well, green or purple, right? That's another Japanese stamp. This is a nice use of scrap, boards and scrap of papers and that kind of thing. You still have to come up with focal images, obviously, but the rest is fairly easy. And yes, I'm going to have to let these dry. But I thought maybe I could work on the ones that are not painted. Yeah, it's too light. And yes, I'm going to add other things to these. I'm not just painting and gluing the image and being done. That almost. The green here has got a lot of white in it. Can you kind of tell that? Yeah, it's evening here. My lighting stinks as per usual. Maybe someday I'll get with it and have all kinds of professional equipment. But don't hold your breath on that. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now this one, obviously that's not text, but I thought maybe you could use a little blue on it because of the bird there. That's a scrapbook paper stamp. Well, which blue? Good question. And how that's going to look on this, I don't know. I probably should get craft paint for that. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in the basement. Well, in that case, then I'll use craft for this. And I think that's it. All right. Hold your horses. Let me go into the basement and get craft paint. I'll be right back. Okay, I got yellow and blue. Should be better. Well, actually, it's not tons. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, the color is a little what? Better? It matches better, I'm trying to say. Okay. This one, yellow. I just found a strip of paper in my scraps and I thought it matched really well, but it wasn't wide enough. So I thought, well, I'll just paint the edges. And I know I'm slopping over. I meant to do that. Okay. Do we want anything else painted while I get my brush and stuff out? Last call. I'm looking around. I don't think so. Alright. Well, it'll be here if we need it. Okay. Let's get this one out of the way. And get the stuff that is not wet. Oh, I didn't do these. You guys, you didn't tell me. These two. Alright, what do we want to do on those? Well, this little black and white bird could be anything, right? This one, I don't know. A green, a brown. No. I grab brown and it's like, well, that might match too well. Let's go green. Okay, that's too green. Let me put a little red in there. That's better. That should be alright. Okay, the bird though. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to stay kind of monochromatic and sort of vintage looking, or do I want to make it a color, you know, like blue or something? I don't hear anyone saying anything. Well, what about kind of vintagey? Yeah, that's probably pretty good because if I go much darker, then the bird's really going to pop off and maybe we don't want that. Okay. All right. Okay, now these guys, I don't know. I'm, going to put on accessories. This one, maybe we can just glue that on right now. There is not much border showing at all on that one. That's another Japanese stamp. So, all right, all you crafters out there, have you ever made mini Moo cards before? And I'm assuming it's called Moo, M-O-O, just like you would think, because that's a printing company, a business card company. Somebody correct me in the comments. It's their name, so they're altering their cards, I guess. I don't really know. Okay, it's glued on. Now what are you gonna do with it? I don't know. Same with, I could probably glue this one too. I sometimes put ribbons and that kind of thing on these too. Or a word. And they can hang over if you want. You can do all kinds of things. Well, this one and this one, maybe a flower. You know what? Why don't we'll make piles, because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and sift through and nobody wants to see that. So at least we can use flowers. I don't know these. I don't know. What do you think? This one could maybe use flower too. Okay, put it in the flower pile. This one I might just put like trim on. I think that might be kind of fun. So I think he could get glued. Okay, a trim pile. Now this one, you're going, what is that? The square is a piece of a playing card. Actually, that was pretty. And so it almost filled up the inch. You have a little bit of red paper on each of these two sides. But I thought just like a word, a word and a bow or something like that. So that one, put that aside. Rabbit. Oh, went this way. You could get ribbon on his trims there. All right, he could get glued. Maybe a couple flowers. No, actually, I've got, why do I always say that? Everybody says, actually, blah, blah, blah. I'll try to stop that. I do have their little fabric type, not really applique, but that type of flower. That might look cute on there. I'll have to dig that out. All right, that could get a flower word something. And these cats, I don't know what to do with those. And these, aren't these cute? Little tiny paper doll dresses. That's scrapbook paper. I bet those could have flowers. But I won't glue them because I'm not sure where they would go with the flowers. Okay, flower pile. Yeah, this stuff's still damp. Okay, I'm going to pause. Hopefully give this stuff time to dry more and dig out some flowers. You guys don't have to watch me dig around in my box. I'll be back in a little while. Okay, I've been off camera for about a half hour and this is all I've done. I did absolutely nothing with these. I don't know, I'm losing my touch or something. I seem to be working slowly lately, but fussy cutting is fussy. This one I think is done. Wow, she got one done. I did find those little flowers. It's like a real lightweight felt or something. I don't know what it is. And don't ask me where I got it. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, I've had those a long time. They just magically appeared in my stash. What can I say? I found a flower here. It's like a heart flower. I thought that was cute, but this still isn't done. Needs something. I found these two flowers and the smile. I still think maybe a trim or something. So that's not done. This obviously is not done. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This I'm thinking some yarny ribbon something. I don't know. Not done. This one did get, I don't know if you can even tell, this little fussy hand-drawn looking flower. I glued that on. But I think it needs something over here. These two got hearts. I also, you could probably tell, I gave them a little more of a smiley face than, yeah, that paper's still out. So their faces are a little pouty looking to me. So I gave them a smiley face. Yeah, I know, that's cute. But those aren't done either. This is not glued down yet because I was kind of playing with an arrangement. What do you think? I wish the flowers were fussy cut, not with the brown border. But I have tried that before on that paper and it's really hard. It's just really hard to get in there. It's so tight. And it doesn't look so great because you can't get it real perfect. I think that's okay, but I wasn't sure if maybe we need a little more of a pattern behind or something. It's a little boring to me. I mean, you obviously can't overpower it, but something. What about even this yellow text right here? I don't know. That's probably not going to work. Let's try it though. And it's getting late, so I'm going to have to pause for the night in a minute. but we will pick it up tomorrow. You guys even see what I'm doing. I have to zoom in when we edit. Well, I think that's better with something there, don't you think? Is that the something we want, though? Actually, that's okay. I think that's okay. Okay, I'll glue that off camera, and it's still not done, in my opinion. So anyway, so this is fussy. This is taking a long time, but they're cute. All right, hang in there, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Hi everybody, I'm back, and what greets me this morning? I left my glue open all night, but I think it's okay. Anyway, here we are. I glued this one down. This one I put a little blue around the edge as long as that paint was here. This one I did a couple little clouds. This one I was just thinking, that kind of made me think, there's dots and a little black trim there. What if I do something like that around? So I was just going to try that, be kind of random, because they're different sizes. And then fill in with a little black. Let me grab the black and see if I want to continue all the way around here. I could do a line. No, I don't know. I don't think there's room for a line. We'll do that. Yeah, I like that. Should be all the way around or just top and bottom, do you think? Well, I'll do the top and then see if we want sides. And yes, we got more snow. Not much, but yeah. That's fun. If I was 7, I might be excited. Okay. I think I'll stop. I think you could do the sides, but I'm not going to push my luck the way things are going. All right. Still not done. This one, what do you think? Maybe just an edge, like a green edge, if I had a dark green. Okay. This needs a word or something. Not sure about this one. This one needs a word or something. I still didn't do anything with these. I've got these. Where is it? Very little words out of a 6x6 pad. Would that be something for this one? Joyful? Okay, that's fine. And I think I will take the time to glue it down, otherwise I'm going to lose it because it's so little, right? I'm going to trim the top just a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see if the glue wants to work. I do that once in a while. Eek! It's so teeny. Yeah, actually that looks very good. Okay. All right, I think that one is done. I might, and I'll do it right now so I don't forget, ink the edges with black. And I'm going to use my slightly dried out pad. Okay. Wow, 2 are done. Okay, those can go there. Yeah, I don't know about these. And I haven't done one thing with these other ones yet. So I was just kind of popping on to catch up and give you my glue update. more of that same paper for this. Oh, that's saying a word that goes with a teacup. Yes, please. Yes, I'll have more tea, please. All right, I'll read this dumb paper. Try to pick some accessories for this and come back. Oh, one note. I am not thrilled with this blue, and I'm sure most of you will agree with me. I don't like it. I'm probably gonna cover this again. Okay, problem solved. I'll be back later. Hopefully my glue will be closed up by the time I come back. Okay, I'm back. I'm pretty much done except for ribbon trim. So these I want ribbon trim. So this one, I just added this washi here just because I happen to kind of catch it out of the corner of my eye. But I don't know, I think it still could use something else with it. And like what? That's too light. I don't know, a ribbon? A rickrack? Oh, actually, that's not bad. Where though? Well, I think there. Trim scissors would help. And I'm not going to bother to glue. This video is getting a little long as it is. This one. You know, I thought ribbon or a bow or something up there. Yeah, actually it's kind of cute. Do we want a bow? No, I think that's too much with the other flower. Okay. Next. How about this? Yeah, top and bottom. Okay. Well, that was very cooperative, wasn't it? Okay. This one. Well, what about just off-white? Actually, okay, like it down there. But then maybe a bow. Maybe like a little fabric-y thing, which I did get out. So, okay. This one we're not sure. Maybe a fabric little tabby thing on top. Well, that one calls for that, but I don't think I have that. Yeah, that's like a periwinkle. I don't have that. It's gray. Well, I kind of like that on the bottom. What about white on top? Let's try that. Or a bow. Maybe a bow. Yeah. Alright, I'll leave that with that. I won't make a bow. This one. Well, pink is an obvious choice. That's kind of pretty. Alright, do we want it on the top too? Yeah, why not? Alright, well that was relatively easy. Okay, I'm going to glue these, straighten up this ribbon that's unwound for no reason, and trim them when they're dry, and then come back and we'll do a show and tell. Okay, I think we're all done, so let's take a look. This one, I did fill in the clouds with the gel pen. I don't know, I just thought it needed it because of this. And then I did a narrow border with a thin line marker. I had talked about painting the edges, but I don't know, I think because of the trunk and that, I thought a line would be better. So that one. This one, and this one you saw before. I didn't do anything different to those. The teacup here, I forget now. I cut the word up. I hadn't glued it on. And I had a little bit of a flower down there and then a narrow border because I thought of around the flower there it needed a border. The two cats got little flowers, and I went around with a gel pen and then I went around with a black marker. Okay, the butterfly here, I added the word fly, and if you watched my last Inchies video that was, back in the fall or something, I did one pretty similar to this with a different butterfly, but I put it on like a gold paper and I stamped fly because I was thinking after I did this, is that the same one? Is it? I went and looked. No, it's different, but it's similar. This one I thought was cute. It's our little bird. So I did nothing more to the background. I did ink the edges, but I just glued him down, and then this is coffee dyed cheesecloth and 2 seed beads glued in there, which I didn't think totally looked like eggs, but I couldn't come up with anything else. I thought that turned out cute. And then this one, all right, let me turn this. I didn't do anything to this background either. Oh wait, that was right. I inked the edges, and then when I was looking for, I don't know what now, oh, these little birds, I'll show you in a minute. I came across these little teeny, supposed to be vintage mushroom charms I bought on the internet, 10 years ago, and I have like 3 left I never did anything with. I thought, well, that's kind of an idea. So it's just on gold thread, sewing thread, and I did glue the back, but it's just on there. I thought that was kind of cute. All right, the Moo Cards. That one I did do a faux stitching around, otherwise it's the same. This one, it's kind of cute. I added that. I added washi tape, a little border, and I faux stitched around that too. All right, our rabbit just got the pink ribbon. He's the same then. This one you didn't see. I added a flower, a ladybug, which is out of scrapbook paper too. I did faux stitching along the border. It's kind of fun. Oh, I did add the ladybug's legs and antennas with a marker. And this one with our ribbons, and on some of these I did a little rubber stamping there with the postage idea. This one is the same. I did not stamp this one. It's got stamps there, so I didn't think it needed it. I was looking for these wooden birds when I found the mushroom charm. They're scrapbook paper embellishments, but they are actual wood if you've never seen them, and they're sort of a real plain wood. I went over a little bit with the walnut stain ink. You can paint them, you can use colorings, whatever, but I did that. That's cross-stitch perforated paper down there. Here's our little tab thing. I was going to machine stitch it across, but I thought it's kind of dumb, machine stitch this much. So I did just a little hand stitch, and I kind of didn't care if it looked wonky or anything. That's those numbers are off old ledger paper. Here's this one again. That I didn't point out before. That's a washi sticker in the background there. It's nice. And this one got a little bit of a stamp. That's washi tape. And lastly, I did a little stamp on the side there. Okay, well, here they are, the mini Moo Cards that I think are fun. It's just a different shape to try once in a while. And then the ever popular Inchies. Alright, well, these take time, but they're fun. And you can add them to any kind of project, really, or leave them, just as is. I was kind of thinking of making some little Inchie books. I haven't done that in a long time. We'll see. All right, well, thanks for joining me through this project, and I hope everyone has a nice day out there.